Very seldom as HR leaders, loud please, we have the opportunity to interact with very, very young entrepreneurs. And today, Dr. Bhatia and my friend Asif here have given me a fabulous opportunity where I introduce to you Mr. Chitresh Sharma. And he is the CEO and co-founder of Refyne. Chitresh, could you please come up on stage with a huge round of applause? Welcome, Chitresh Sharma. Hi, how are you?
Thank you.
Now, Chitresh is a fascinating person. This looks like the KBC chair. Yeah, this is quite nice. Now I know why he keeps his leg like this.
We all get to be millionaires.
Yeah, absolutely. So Chitresh has featured in the Forbes 30 under 30. That deserves a round of applause. Forbes 30 under 30.
Thank you.
And has also got a spot amongst the top 100 UK startups. And these are two of his major achievements. But Chitresh's profile is much more elaborate. And I think to do the honors, may I invite Chitresh himself to please introduce him to all of you here. By the way, as I mentioned, the CEO and co-founder of Refyne. You've been reading Refyne all across. Let's get to know what Refyne is. Chitresh.
Thank you. Thank you. I hope everyone's having a great day. If everyone's having a great day, can I have a hell yeah? That's the guy right there.
Yeah. But what about me? I've been speaking so many times. One for me, yeah? Thank you. Thank you.
Fantastic. Few people probably coming for the second day, but a quick intro about me. I've been blessed to see in the world, and very early age, I did my first startup when I was 19. My second startup happened when I was 22, when I was in the UK, which later on came to become UK's biggest customer loyalty firm. We were working with 3,000 brands, anywhere from Coca-Cola, Procter & Gamble, Nestle. And, it was Europe's top 100 fastest growing startup. I was blessed to be able to be awarded by the Queen. I was among the 12 entrepreneurs and first Indian to be awarded for the entrepreneurship there.
A huge round of applause for Chitresh Sharma. Fabulous achievement.
And later on, I was also, privileged to sit with the, strategy board of David Cameron and Nicola Surgeon to drive the startup strategies, digital strategies in the UK. Later, after selling my previous startup, in 2021, I decided to come back home and Refyne was born. Refyne started in January 2021, so it's just under a 12-month startup. I'm blessed and privileged to have met some amazing people in life, which made the dream come true even in India. Refyne today has rewritten the history by being the first startup in the history of country to have closed 106 million in just 8 months of inception.
Fabulous achievement, friends. This has to be louder. This has to be louder. This is no mean feat.
Thank you. And we also have 400 million. So we are sitting over almost $500 million to deploy, over our mission. And in just 11 months, 200 enterprises pan India has partnered with Refyne to empower over 1 million employees for financial wellness. So thanks to the amazing team at Refyne, thanks to amazing leaders, CHROs, CFOs across amazing brand. When I came to India, I was a little surprised. I was away for 10 years. I have seen the reception in the UK and US, but India surprised me. The leaders here are thinking 5 years ahead to the counterpart, which I've seen in the West. So actually, a round of applause to you guys.
Absolutely. This is actually creating tomorrow today. We're actually doing tomorrow today. And I think this is what Mr. Harish Mehta was saying is Sone ki Chidiya, and this is about the Ubharta Bharat. So fabulous. Let's get talking on a couple of work that you do. So what is EWA, first of all? I think everybody would want to know what is EWA.
Fantastic. So guys, today I won't be trying to sell, but I'll be trying to hopefully get our, shared knowledge, what I've learned from other countries. EWA is known as Earned Wage Access. And it's a very, comprehensive, very detailed platform, which has worked really well in the countries like US, UK, Mexico, and Brazil. To give you some data point, actually in US, 1 out of 4 employees are using EWA. And we are privileged and super delighted to be Asia's first and today largest EWA player, empowering 1 million employees. So what it really does is India as an economy, right? We are thriving. We are thriving digitally. We are thriving with talent. We are buzzing. I read news and all I hear is unicorns everywhere. It's like a fairy tale come true, right? And the beauty about this concept, country like India, which is just getting on, which has probably 5 years again ahead of the fintech curve, yet there are certain loopholes, right? There are things that we need to work out, which is the biggest problem is we are new to credit, right? It's a country which has just got introduced about credit system, right? Credit score, and that's why 87% of the country is yet to get in the horizon of credit score. And we are all seeing the great wave of resignation. We are all seeing the great rate of attrition. We are figuring out what's happening, right? Our consumptions are high. Everyone's buying stuff, but at the cost of credit, right? The credit market today do not understand the people, do not understand their income spending habit, their profile. And we know about loan sharks, payday lenders. We know exploitative credit scheme. I went and spoke to 1,000 people before starting this business, right? And it surprised me that 8 out of 10 didn't really understand the people who wanted, instead of an Android, wanted an iPhone 13, breaking their pension funds, taking money for as high as 300% interest. And they are like, my interest is 28%. I have no clue why I'm paying 300%. Is because of the underlying hidden cost, right? We've all heard about hidden cost, and that needed to change. And that's why Refyne was born. Like, it's a bridge between employer and employee, right? The beauty about a platform like this is it's a zero obligation, zero commercial, plug and play platform. It's a win-win for employer and employee, where the employer avails this service, where employee is able to access one-to-one financial coach, get better understanding of personal finances. And more importantly, we as a country is known to be paid once in 30 days.
That's
But
right.
our expenses are happening every day. As we speak, we are probably spending. Some people are probably buying things on Amazon right away.
Don't do that. Just watch this talk show. Don't do that. You can do it after this.
So the idea is, we are in 21st century. You can order Uber at a click of a button, and we are trying to have 10 minutes delivery. Pizza is coming under 30 minutes. Why we should wait for the salary for the end of the month? If I work for 10 days, I've accrued the salary, right? So if something like COVID hits us and 2 a.m. I need cylinder, I shouldn't need to go looking for money. I shouldn't need to beg my hands to my family and friends. I shouldn't need to get in the hands of these payday lenders.
So are you saying that you're getting my paycheck in my hands on any day, any time?
Real time 30 seconds.
Absolutely.
It's 2 a.m., 3 a.m., 365
Isn't
days a
that
year.
fabulous, friends? You get your paycheck on the click of a button on your mobile. Is that correct?
Absolutely. And the beauty is you don't have to wait. If I work for 10 days and my salary is 30,000, on the 10th day, I can access 10 days worth of salary
Fabulous.
in 60 seconds. And believe it or not, in COVID times, the busiest time for us was 2 a.m., 3 a.m. And we all know for what?
Emergency.
Oxygen cylinders, pharmacies, the reviews. So what's happening in the ground is to be understood. And EWA is a revolution, be it Refyne, be it any other player, be it any other bank. On-demand pay needs to come to India. It's in countries like US, UK, where there's enough data on people. We are trying to find that. So I think it's a revolution.
So tell me, Chitresh, how is it a game changer for organizations? I mean, let's look at two people here, okay? Rather two pivots. One is the employee, the other is the employer. Can you explain to all of us the benefits to both parties?
Sure. I think I gave enough benefits for the employee, right? They're getting the power of pay. But what I didn't really tell you is EWA is a gateway for a brighter heaven, right? EWA allows us to understand employees. So instead, people, the credit industry is focused on CIBIL score. Refyne doesn't focus on CIBIL score. It actually see how you behave at your employment. It actually rates and creates another score altogether based on how you perform at work, how regular you are, 200 factors all at work, which allows people to access future of financial, be it the home loan, the Zomato guy, the delivery guy can dream about, education for their kids. They can dream about, the dream house. And this goes for every vertical. We are supporting over 16 verticals right away. But behind the scene, giving the power, it's almost like a financial wellness bank by the employer to the employee. And from an employer perspective, I think it's a no-brainer because you're helping your employee get into the bankable segment, right?
Oh, okay. Get
Right.
into the bankable segment.
Yeah, because you're giving them an opportunity to build a score. You're giving them access to pay when they need, no matter what emergency. You're creating a proactive strategy than reactive. I don't need to come to you and say and give you the reason why I need money, right? If I need money for someone's in hospital, at a click of a button, it's there. And the beauty is the organization don't need to change any processes. No technology change. It's zero cost and zero obligation. The risk sits with us, right? So the employer has zero obligation to cover any losses. So, you're kind of giving them access to capital. You're helping them build financial future. You're actually allowing them to access something which is, did I say this? It's actually India's only product which is zero interest and zero processing
Did I
fee.
hear it correct? Zero interest?
Yes. So that is another beauty, right? You're giving and you're fighting for the employees, which is the backbone of your company
Right.
and backbone of our economy. So you, in just 12 months, let me prove this by some data point. In 12 months, all our clients have seen an average retention increase of 37% and improve in regularity by 24% and a 2.6 times better talent acquisition. And this is just by helping employees understand what financial future can look like for them.
I in fact picked up one of the words you said, financial wellness of an employee. But I think this is a very good concept. Maybe we'll chat a little more on this. But I think right now we have HR leaders, and in HR, the first question that comes to mind is what's in it for me and what's in it for my employees. So, what is the role of these? And one sitting next to you, the HR leaders in this product, the EWA.
While doing my research, I know the CHROs and the CFOs and the HR teams of the world was super busy with the amount of work they had, right? So we had to make this product platform a plug and play. We had to make sure that it was as easy as making it live in a week, but all orientation, education program to be done by Refyne. So we have a 1,500 team on the ground that supports each client with orientation, education for all their employee base, be it on roll or off roll. And many of people actually say, how do you make money? Right. So in many ways, we are investing in the workforce of tomorrow by hoping that they'll be able to be bankable and be able to follow the journey. And this at zero change of process, zero change of technology. All the support we need is to be able to say yes. Let's introduce this to the wider team. I think it's actually a very simple platform which requires zero change in your entire payroll process. It requires zero data access. So it works very fluently in that.
So, what is the impact that the HR leaders here can make in this product? I mean, I'm sure one is retention. I'm very confident. The other is bankable employees. But then, what is it that the HR leader needs to do apart from saying yes to your product?
I think what the HR leaders here, I'm sure a few of our clients are here, and there are a lot of other clients where HRs could talk about. The biggest thing the HR can do is believing in our mission, right? The belief in the mission of, even what our honorable Prime Minister keeps saying is financial inclusiveness to the last mile, right? You are being the ambassador. You're the guardians. You're the guardians. I believe the CHROs are the most important, role in an organization. To give you some example, I'm actually the CEO, but I also am as an acting CHR of my company. That's how important it is for us, right? People can make or break things. So being able to introduce this, you require the ability to believe in the mission. We are already seeing organizations like India Mart moving to weekly pay, right? US has gone to bi-weekly. Australia is known for that. It's fighting for your people. And I think I've been graced and privileged, and I've been seriously surprised the way the leaders in people world in India has accepted this. Like we grew, 10 times faster than the UK counterpart, right? In what we stand today, 1 million employees, they were at 200,000 employees. We are the fastest in US, and it's actually us being the fastest globally and the biggest in Asia is not because of Refyne. It's because of the CHROs and CFOs who are willing to go beyond, willing to think about people, and willing to accept technology to empower their people.
A huge round of applause to the CHROs who are here and the CFOs who are watching us live or on recording. So, Chitresh, tell me, does it impact my cash flows as a company because now I move to a click of a button and I have to pay something, or how did it work? Can you just explain the operations part of it?
Well, let's talk about dollars and rupees then. I think the beauty is that, again, it requires zero process change. So that means your cash flow is untouched. There's a reason why we have $500 million sitting, right? We gotta have to put our money. So Refyne puts in their own money, our own money, to be able to make this on-demand pay accessible, in 60 seconds, which doesn't require any change in the company's cash flow. That means any fund that goes, right? If an employee needs any help, be it, any time pay or 1 month's advance or 2 months advance or any other future loans we talked about, it's all going from Refyne's balance sheet. It's not going from the employee's balance sheet. So there's simply zero change. And in many ways, you kind of, optimize on your cash flow because you don't have to worry about so many different, waves of demand and money going in different benefit because you've got a partner to be able to fund that.
That's right. That's quite right. Let me ask you a little more fundamental question. So here, Refyne is making funds available to an employee, which is their own earned wage. It is there at a click of a button, and the organization has nothing to do apart from just tying up with Refyne. That's quite an engagement tool. I mean, if an organization was to give me my paycheck at the click of a button, I think all my purchases could move from what we call as the rotation of credit card, which is the revolving credit, to my own earned wage.
Absolutely.
Why will I have to defer till the 31st of or 31st of a month?
Absolutely. And the beauty is that you don't have to remember the day to pay because it's all integrated with your pay cycle and processes. It's seamless. When I started in India, we were starting this thing where we wanted to go internationalize from UK, and all we had to support was one language, right? And when we went to Europe, we were like, hey, we have to customize to Spanish, Italian, German. And when I come to India, well, we have to support 12 languages. So India was always, Refyne was always meant for Bharat, by Bharat, but for the world. So we make sure that we support 12 languages where people understand what exactly it is, be it the employees, be it the partners on the ground. So it's very important for us to ensure that the accessibility is there without changing anything on the organization side.
For all those of you who heard Bhai Bharat for the world, please give a round of applause to Chitresh Sharma. This is truly made in India and for the world. Chitresh, what kind of impact have you created for your organization and what kind of traction have you seen with clients? Let's get to some hard numbers there.
I think I just sold earlier than this question, but yeah, we have 200 brands. Some of the largest brand, our biggest brand would be, 180,000 employee organization. And you know what? I was surprised because we have great friends EWA across the world. And the biggest surprise for me in India is the government of Goa became our client. That means every employee in the state government of Goa is using EWA.
Fabulous, fabulous.
Right? And the same thing's going to be happening in Gujarat. The same thing's happening in PSUs like LIC, Coal India. And that is crazy, right? People think and have a virtue that they're going to be slow, it's going to be hard. But look at this, like a product like this is scaling so rapidly that being a 11-month-old company, we are partnering with 200 organizations, including public sector, including government organization, and empowering over 10 lakh employees. And we are the fastest globally. And again, I keep saying this, it's not because of Refyne, it's because if you didn't accept it, the market didn't accept it, we would be nobody, right? And the fact that a startup in India is able to attract 106 million in 8 months, I don't think there is any other better definition to say the next 10 years is for India.
Let's hear it for Chitresh Sharma and his team. Fabulous work.
Thank you.
And I think, Chitresh, you're also doing, in a way, you're also building the economy because if you get purchasing power to the employees on any day, any time basis, I think the way people purchase will also change. I mean, we would not have to wait for the payday or such aspects. What's your views on that?
In fact, we call it sustainable purchase because you kind of, I'm going to be exposing our next product feature we are launching. People will be able to spend from their app where they can automatically budget. That means if my salary is 30,000, I'm going to spend 5,000 on my lunch. The app will opt and tell me, do you really want to do that? So, and because of all the partnership we have, be it the likes of Tatas of the world, Amazons of the world, anything that you buy, I'm sure we look for offers. We look for discounts so many different places, right? To get the best offer on our air condition, the best offer on our mobile phone. Why do we need to do that? the banks know about us, yet they are not able to optimize. With Refyne, you don't have to hunt for offers. You don't have to hunt for, discount coupons. It will automatically apply at the end of your payment. That means the same digital, presence we have in our mind will be also for the wider India. It may be it an employee at a BPO sector, IT sector, retail sector, fashion, food, or companies from security industry can have security guard automatically applying the best offer at the checkout. They don't have to do anything, right? So the same thing that we are experiencing, we are probably privileged group here. The wider, the people that make the country move, the 87% of the crowd will have the same experience.
In this room, we are white-collared executives, C-suite, and so on. But there are people who are blue-collared, gray-collared, and they actually borrow at a very, very high rate, and that too towards the end of their pay cycle. I think this is going to benefit them. What is the product offering that you have for the blue-collared and the gray-collared?
I think you're right. It's a power product for blue and gray, but we were surprised. That's why India always keeps surprising me for all good reasons, thankfully, is we saw a lot of executives. One, I'm not going to name them obviously, but a few CEOs started using, and I just picked up the CEO who was a friend. I was like, boss, you are a 7-figure guy. What's happening? And he said, Chitresh, let me be honest. Credit card, I spend, I forget, I end up paying so much fee, probably 2% a month, and I don't remember when to pay. Yes, they give me 45 days free credit period because 80% plus people are revolvers. But with this, you give me access to cash. I just have to click button, pay my tuition fee, not remember when I have to pay the credit. Because I am sure the white collars of the world, they are smart people and not leaving their money in the bank. They are making their money work harder for them, right? So when it comes to accessibility of cash or liquidity for predictable events, is the easiest 60-second that you need to be able to spend money without going to any other credit product. I think it's time for India to understand, and we are already seeing that behavior, that credit cards are actually not a way to show off. It's actually a way to get into a trap. So EWA is the next thing I think which is going to happen.
And that will be my last question. I see that we're running short on time, though I'd love to converse with you. You spoke about financial wellness, and I think barring a few, people still talk about 3 instruments. There is a mutual fund, there is a fixed deposit, there is the equity market. Would your products share insights on investments with your clients?
So yeah, it is something that we want, because we want to be a workplace bank that doesn't require employees to switch their account, right? We have an audience, we have a audience in the country. I'm sure we are all with a lot of pedigree, a lot of education, qualification, but which institute has ever taught us about personal finances, right? I've seen people from IITs, IIMs, right? Everyone's teaching us about managing trillions and billions dollar of organization, but how many of you were taught to manage their income and expense cycle? And that is the game that is missing. But you can't, and in a way that has moved to the employers because the education in a way has not covered it. And because now it's opportunity to the employer to be able to build that financial wellness from grassroots, right? You have to integrate in people's behavior. If I call in and say, you know what, let me teach you personal finance, you're like, screw you, who you think you're about, right? But if I can integrate in your buying behavior, everyday behavior, where you're automatically learning, like for example, we have a one-to-one financial coach, where also we have AI and machine learning that runs through the market, which we are launching in future. It's not out there, but something we have to work a lot to be able to help people make the saving work hard, just like here, but the same for blue and gray collar. We have already started introducing few products. Like the one product we are launching for all our clients is free insurance for employees to cover them for cyber attacks, joblessness, fire at the house. So we are expanding financial wellness for the greater workforce of the country.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Refyne, Mr. Chitresh Sharma. Let me tell you, all those of you that are watching us here, just keep watching this gentleman and his team. They are going to create history in the world of startups. Chitresh, very, very good luck to you and your team. I think phenomenal work that you're doing. I enjoyed speaking with you. And before we put you on to, the NDTVs and the India Todays and the CNBCs of the world, I think I had my piece of cake. So thank you very much.
Thank you very
much.
much.
All the very best. Thank you. Wish you good luck.
Thank you. And thank you everyone for
having
me.
Everybody.
Thank you.